Welcome to Healthy Eyes Hub. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. Let's begin. Did you know that the most transparent part of your body might actually be the key to understanding why humans behave the way they do? I'm talking about your cornea, and what I'm about to show you will completely change how you see yourself and others around you. Your cornea is this incredible dome-shaped window at the front of your eye, and it turns out it's basically a perfect metaphor for human psychology. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll never look at people the same way again. Let's start with something mind-blowing. Your cornea is completely transparent, yet it's one of the most protective barriers in your entire body. Sound familiar? Think about the people in your life who seem completely open and transparent about everything. They share their thoughts, their feelings, their daily coffee orders on social media. But here's the thing, just like your cornea, that transparency is actually their greatest defense mechanism. Your cornea lets in all the good light while filtering out harmful UV rays and blocking debris from reaching your precious retina. Similarly, people who appear most transparent are often the most selective about what they actually let penetrate their inner world. They'll tell you about their breakfast, but good luck getting to their deepest fears or insecurities. But here's where it gets really interesting. The cornea has 5 distinct layers, each with a completely different job. The outer layer constantly sheds and regenerates every few days, kind of like how we present different versions of ourselves to the world, depending on the situation. You've got your work persona, your family persona, your social media persona, and they're all real parts of you, just like those corneal layers. The middle layer, called the stroma, makes up 90% of the cornea's thickness. It's packed with collagen fibers, arranged in this incredibly precise pattern that maintains perfect transparency. This is exactly like your core personality, the part that makes up most of who you are. It's structured, it's consistent, but it's also completely invisible to others unless they really know how to look. Now here's something that'll blow your mind. Your cornea has no blood vessels. 0. It gets all its nutrients from tears and the fluid behind it. Think about the most emotionally resilient people you know. They don't rely on constant external validation or drama to survive. Instead, they nourish themselves through their own emotional regulation and inner resources, just like the cornea nourishes itself. But wait, there's more. The cornea is the most nerve-dense tissue in your entire body. It has more nerve endings per square millimeter than anywhere else. This means it's incredibly sensitive to the tiniest changes in its environment. Ring any bells? The most seemingly tough and transparent people are often the most sensitive to criticism, rejection, or changes in their social environment. They feel everything, they just don't always show it. Here's something fascinating about corneal healing. When your cornea gets scratched, it doesn't just patch the hole. The surrounding cells actually slide over to cover the damaged area, working together as a team. This is exactly what happens in healthy relationships and communities. When one person is hurt or struggling, others don't just throw resources at the problem. They restructure themselves, they shift their positions, they adapt to provide coverage and support. The cornea also has this amazing property called accommodation reflex. When light hits it, it automatically adjusts its curvature to help focus images clearly. Similarly, emotionally intelligent people unconsciously adjust their communication style, their energy, and their approach based on who they're interacting with. They're constantly fine-tuning themselves to create the clearest possible connection. But here's the kicker. Just like your cornea can develop astigmatism when its shape becomes irregular, people can develop behavioral patterns that distort how they see and interpret the world around them. Past traumas, limiting beliefs, and negative experiences can create these subtle irregularities that affect every interaction they have. The most beautiful part about all this? Just like the cornea can often heal itself given the right conditions, humans have an incredible capacity for psychological healing and growth. Sometimes we need the equivalent of corrective lenses, like therapy or supportive relationships, but the fundamental structure is usually strong enough to restore clarity. So next time someone seems completely transparent and open, remember they might actually be showing you their greatest strength. And when someone appears overly sensitive or reactive, consider that they might just be incredibly perceptive, picking up on subtle changes that others miss entirely. Your cornea proves that transparency and protection aren't opposites, they're partners. The most open people often have the strongest boundaries, and the most sensitive people frequently make the best guardians of what really matters. What do you think? Does this change how you see the people around you?